Welcome to the Jenna Em Channel. Today we have a super fun deck for you. It's a Mega Sceptile EX and Mega Beedrill EX deck. The focus of this deck for me is to actually poison my opponent, which to me is a lot of fun in Pokemon TCG and Pokemon TCGO. Here's Sceptile with Jagged Saber. We've got 2 copies of this Mega Sceptile EX. It also is an ancient trait of Stop, which reads, prevent all effects of your opponent's Pokemon's abilities done to this Pokemon, so that's super awesome. There's also a Sceptile EX with Sleep Poison and Unseen Claw. There's a Mega Beedrill EX with Hazard Stinger. Discard all energy attached to this Pokemon. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed and poisoned. Put 4 damage counters instead of 1 on that Pokemon between turns. Awesome. We also have Beedrill EX with Double Scrapper. Discard up to 2 Pokemon tool cards attached to your opponent's Pokemon. It also does Pin Missile for 40 times damage. Also integrated in this deck are 4 copies of Skarmory with Call for Family, so I can do a search and quickly get my Sceptile EX and Beedrill EX onto my bench. A Gligar with Stun Poison, a Croagunk also with Poison Up. So these are all to accelerate poisoning and to enhance poisoning. Also in my hand are some trainer cards like Escape Rope, Max Elixir, Hypnotoxic Laser, which I use with my Burbank City Gym to poison and possibly put my opponent's Pokemon asleep, and to also accelerate poisoning with my Burbank City Gym. I'll show you it in a second. Energy Retrieval, Trainer's Mail, Professor's Letter, Professor Birch's Observations, Skyla, Pokemon Center Lady, Lysander, Pokemon Fan Club. And here's a card that I was talking about, and take a look at the Pokemon on the wall. Do you recognize it? Put in the comments below if you recognize this poisonous Pokemon. It's Burbank City Gym. It's a stadium card, and pretty much you put 2 more damage counters on poison Pokemon, both yours and your opponent's between turns. Use it with the Hypnotoxic Laser, and it super accelerates your poisoning. I love it. It makes Pokemon TCG and Pokemon TCGO super fun for me, and I just live for cards like these. And also, I love this card, Bent Spoon. It's an item card. It attaches like a tool. Prevent all effects of your opponent's attacks, except damage, done to this Pokemon this card is attached to. Existing effects are not removed. For some reason, Pokemon TCGO always pairs me with someone who tries to poison me back. So this is my attempt to not be a poison, put asleep, confused, and so on, even though my Mega Sceptile is immune to that. All right, and in terms of energy, we just have a whole bunch of grass-type energy cards. I do not have any special energies. I didn't use the special grass-type energy because of the other non-grass type cards I use, such as fighting type and normal type. So there we go. So let's find an opponent now, shall we? All right, game on. And we're matched up right away. It is Suffer the Joy with Fairy, Dark, and Normal Energy. Now, good luck and have fun, Suffer the Joy. He's calling the coin flip. We win the coin flip and we choose to go second, so we can power up our Pokemon with energy and attack on the very first move. Looky here, we've got a Beedrill EX, which will be our starting Pokemon. Not shabby, not too shabby at all. Suffer the Joy finds a starter Pokemon as well. We don't have any Pokemon to put on our bench, so we wait to see if Suffer the Joy does. He puts 1 on his bench, and here comes the prize cards. Oh, look. We're face to face with Yveltal EX with Yveltal. It's energy hungry, and on the bench is a Xerneas EX with Breakthrough and X-Blast, and a regular Xerneas with Geomancy. Here comes the Pokemon Fan Club, so he's searching for 2 Pokemon. It is a Spritzee, and I'm sorry, that was another Yveltal EX. There we go. There's Yveltal EX, and there's Spritzee, which will soon evolve with a special ability. Here comes a Fairy-type energy for Yveltal. And I'm going to start by attaching Bent Spoon to me, not knowing what's going to happen with Fairy types for sure, because they like to do things and put special effects on you. All right. So why don't we go and attach a Generations Grass-type energy to Beedrill EX. Let's go and use Hypnotoxic Laser on Yveltal EX. Do we get a heads? We get a heads. So Yveltal is also asleep. Oh, he's sad. So why don't we just give him a smiley face? We could do double Scrapper, but I don't see any tool cards attached to him at all. So let's just end our turn now. We have an Escape Rope, Pokemon Center Lady. He has heads and he wakes up, and 2 grass type energies. We've got 4 cards. He also has 4 cards in his hand. And look, he puts out the Fairy Garden card. Each Pokemon that has any Fairy type energy attached to it, both yours and your opponent, has no retreat cost. So here comes Xerneas now, who can do Geomancy. And his Pokemon, Aromatisse, has evolved. It has ability Fairy Transfer, and it goes like this. As often as you like during your turn, before your attack, you may move a Fairy energy attached to one of your Pokemon to another of your Pokemon. Very useful. And there's Xerneas doing Geomancy, attaching 2 energies to benched Pokemon. He has a Fairy type energy attached. Let's attach this gorgeous reverse grass type Generations energy to our Beedrill EX. Let's do Pin Missile. Flip 4 coins. This attack does 4 damage times the number of heads. Here we go. Fingers crossed for heads, and a lot of them. Heads, tails, heads, tails. It's 80 damage to Xerneas. Not too shabby. In the meantime, there's Aromatisse. There's Yveltal EX. 2 copies, in fact, both with energies, fairy energies. 1 Xerneas EX with no energies. We need to just get rid of this Xerneas, which we hopefully will do next turn. We don't want it powering up an Yveltal EX, which is energy hungry. Here comes Xerneas. With 1 energy, it does Breakthrough. And Aromatisse is doing Fairy Transfer right now. It's attaching a 2nd energy to Xerneas EX. A 3rd energy. Here comes Breakthrough for 60 damage. We could use some extra cards here. Instead, we have energies. I can right now use Escape Rope. I don't think he will bring out Xerneas. Instead, he brings out Yveltal EX with Evil Ball. Let's use our Pokemon Center Lady to heal. We're fully healed now, and now we can do Pin Missile on Yveltal EX. Fingers crossed for lots of heads, not just 2. How about 4 for once? We're not going to use energy right now because I don't need to. Tails, tails, heads, heads. 50-50, so we did 80 damage to Yveltal. I could desperately use some other cards on my bench. He has, as I said, Aromatisse with Fairy Transfer, Xerneas EX with Breakthrough and X-Blast, Yveltal EX with Evil Ball and Y Cyclone, and Xerneas with Geomancy and Rainbow Spear. And there goes Aromatisse transferring energies over to Yveltal EX. Here comes Breakthrough again for 60 energy. Sorry, 60 damage. Oh, thank goodness. Here comes Skarmory. Let's put an energy on our Skarmory. I would like to go and retreat this Beedrill EX. Let's retreat Beedrill for the time being. Let's bring out Skarmory and do a call for family and get a couple of Pokemon here to support us. Alright, let's look for 2 Pokemon right now. I don't need Croagunk right now, Gligar, or another Skarmory. I could use 2 copies of this Sceptile EX. 1 and 2. Please, both of you, immediately come to my bench. Gee, we're under serious fire here. Is he going to go and do X-Blast and put an end to Call for Family? Let's see, but he can't use it on his next turn. What will Suffer the Joy do? Ooh, which energy did it attach? Rainbow energy. This card provides energy. Let's read it. While in play, this card provides every type of energy, but provides only 1 energy at a time. When you attach this energy from your hand to one of your Pokemon, you get 10 damage done to your Pokemon. 1 damage counter on that Pokemon. And here we go. We've got Yveltal, and Yveltal has a special energy as well. I don't know why you would use that energy, because you can use other kinds of energies that don't do any damage to you, and I never use this one anymore, ever. Okay, so it looks like Aromatisse is transferring energy over. Poor Skarmory is knocked out. Let's take a look. Which one do I choose? Pin Missile, or do I try to do Sleep Poison? I say, decisions. Let's put out Sceptile EX right now. It's another Skarmory. Fingers crossed as we attach a Generations grass type energy to Sceptile EX and hope for Sleep Poison to get heads. Let's flip a coin and try to get heads. Thank goodness. Yveltal EX now has 30 damage done to it. And it is asleep. Okay. So it's Suffer the Joy's turn. Here comes Fairy Transfer from Aromatisse. The energies are going to Xerneas EX, as you can see. And it's stripping poor Yveltal EX bare of energies. It can't even retreat. And there it is. It's ready for Insane Claw right at it. Oh, and great. We have right over here Hypnotoxic Laser. So I want to read this for you. It says Unseen Claw, 60 plus. If your opponent's active Pokemon is affected by a special condition, this attack does 70 more damage. So 60 plus 70, that's 130 on top of the 40. That's 170, and that's KO to that Yveltal EX. Goodbye, Yveltal. See you later. Into the discard pile you go. 2 prize cards for us immediately. Gligar and an Unlisted Leaf type energy are our special prizes. Here comes another Yveltal EX with 1 energy, but not for long. It has 80 damage done to it. Here comes Fairy Transfer. Here's a second energy. A third energy. A fourth energy. And there we go. There are 5 energies now. Wait. There's 6. Here comes Yveltal straight at us for 180 damage. Okay, let's do Beedrill with Pin Missile. We've got an Escape Rope. So we do have options right now. No, I want to attack it right now. Let's put out our Gligar right now with Stun Poison to our bench. Let's attach our second grass type energy to Beedrill EX. Let's use our Hypnotoxic Laser to poison Yveltal EX, and let's hope that we can put it to sleep too with the heads. There we go. Very good. Let's use our Pin Missile right now to do 40 times damage. Again, my fingers are crossed so tightly for a bunch of heads. I would like 4 heads. Heads, heads, tails, heads, 3 heads. 120 damage. That is enough to KO that Yveltal EX and to claim 2 more prize cards. It's a Croagunk and it's a Professor's Letter, 2 pretty decent prize cards. And look, it's Kangaskhan EX, and as you can see, they put all their eggs in one basket by using Fairy Transfer, and now they lost all their energy that they had. It can sometimes be a bad move. The best you can do is triple draw right now and draw 3 cards if you have an energy for it. Here comes another Xerneas. I've seen so many times people using Geomancy and they just suck themselves dry of energy and they have none left. It is a Float Stone. The Pokemon has no retreat cost. Here's Xerneas. with 1 energy and try to do geomancy now. Did you suck yourself dry? Suffer the joy. There's 1 energy. He found a 2nd. He's lucky. Oh, it's Mega Sceptile. Okay. So let's start by using Professor's Letter. And let's get 2 awesome energies. We can get a Generation's Leaf type energy. Sorry, Grass type energy, and a 2nd one. There we are. Into our hand, please. I'm going to start by attaching it to my Sceptile EX that's benched beside my Skarmory and my Gligar. I'm going to put the Croagunk on my bench, the one with Poison Up ability. And right now it is time to do Pin Missile. 40 times. Okay, fingers crossed. I don't want any more tails. Heads, tails, heads. 3 heads. That's enough to almost KO Xerneas. 10 more to go before Xerneas is KO'd. Again, here's the bench. Aromatisse, Kangaskhan EX, and here we are with Xerneas EX. There is Aromatisse with Fairy Transfer. 3 energies attached to Xerneas EX. Do I see 4? This could be the last of your energies. Using X-Blast, you won't be able to do it again. On your next turn, that is. Here's 140 damage. And it is time to pull out Sceptile EX. Here we go. I could use a Hypnotoxic Laser so strongly. Please. It's the Nurse Joy Pokemon Center lady. So let's go power up our Sceptile EX. It can't attack and do... It only can do 60 damage on this turn. Do I do anything? Do I go in and evolve in the meantime and do Jagged Saber for 100? Let's Mega Evolve. Mega! Because it cannot use X-Blast on the next turn. It can only use Breakthrough. So it was a perfect time to evolve. And look, my card does stop. Prevent all effects of your opponent's Pokemon's abilities done to this Pokemon. Right now it's Mega Sceptile EX, face to face with Xerneas EX. And as I mentioned earlier, there's a Kangaskhan EX on their bench and Aromatisse on their bench with Fairy Transfer. Here comes Breakthrough. It does 30 damage to my Croagunk as well. Let's use their energy retrieval to get back some energies from our discard pile. I'll take back 2 Generations Grass type energies. There we go. Into our hand. If I don't heal my Croagunk, it will be KO'd, and I don't want it to be KO'd on the next turn, and I don't want them to take a prize card. So let's do that. And where do I attach that energy? It's a good question whether I do it to Skarmory or if I do it to Gligar. I'll attach it to Skarmory. Do I use my escape rope? I do not want to. Let's go and do Jagged Saber for 10. Silly me. I just realized we could have, Jagged Saber could have healed if I did not attach that. It heals 2 Pokemon when I attach a leaf type energy. So it goes like this. You may attach up to 2 energy cards from your hand to your bench Pokemon in any way you like. If you attach energy to a Pokemon in this way, heal all damage from that Pokemon. So I wasted my card. That's a shame. I'll just attach this to Skarmory. Now we can go and do X-Blast to me for 140 damage. It will not be enough to KO me. And it's another Xerneas EX. And it's doing fairy transfer again. Pretty soon we'll see 4 energies on the Xerneas EX. Here comes X-Blast. It's Lysander. Let's go and bring back Xerneas EX to us. And it's time to KO the card. Aw, give him a smile. He said, well played. And let's use Jagged Saber. And say goodbye to Suffer the Joy. Thanks for a nice game. Aw, he's frowning. Say goodbye to Suffer the Joy, who played a nice game, and it was very close. It really could have been anyone's game. Sometimes user error as well comes into play, and I don't know what to say. Sometimes you forget what your card can do, and you use a card and waste a card and whatnot. But I guess everyone can experience user error, but in this case, we ended up winning. We actually get a prize card. Reward summary, mystery box ×1, bonus wheel reward ×1. Let's see. And we almost have 2 tournament tickets. So what did you think of our deck, and what did you think of our opponent's deck? Did you like this game? As usual, we'd like to ask you if we should continue with our Pokemon TCGO series on Mondays. If so, leave it in the comments below. That would be awesome to know. Also, if you enjoyed our battle, would you take a quick second to give us a thumbs up? We really value your feedback in knowing if you're enjoying our content. And when you give us a thumbs up, it tells us that you want to see more of the content that you're currently seeing. In the meantime, we wanted to thank you so much for watching our video. We'd like to invite you to come back to old videos and take a look at new videos that we're uploading all the time. We'd like to ask you to please subscribe, and if you truly enjoyed this video, would you tell just one friend about our channel? We're so appreciative for your referrals, and we thank you so much for them. Thanks for watching. Bye.